Yeah, that's right, Paul. On one side, there are many people who say business is business, whether it's a store, a restaurant, or even a bar. Now, in the new technological era, you're always connected because with the snap of a video on your phone, you can send it to anyone across the globe.
From up here in Chopper 16, you get a great view of the hotel, and take a look. There is the Red Mill Inn. Obviously, there's some substantial damage.
Stephen, Paul, this newsroom that I'm in right now is actually in downtown Milton. So that would mean that if I went to the store, bought some solar panels, put it on this building, I too would have to pay a higher property tax of about 10%. And this project has some concerns for some local businesses. This marks the Olds line for this property, Burns Pet Shop, many feet away. This here is the new property line. Yeah, Alice, as you said, I'm right here on Route 26 at one of the areas where that construction is going to be happening. And take a look behind me. You know, Aisha, it really did not feel like November out there, but what I'm hearing is that the next 3 days it'll start to look a little bit colder. And Mark Lichniak will have a little more in just a bit. Take a look at Ocean City out there. That's beautiful. Could a brew pub be on the way? That's the question that has many people talking in Dewey Beach. Now, at this point, they don't know how the fire began, but they do know one thing. It all began right here in this room, room 19. That's right, Karina. I talked to people from various hospitals today, from PRMC and Nanacoke to Bay Health and BB. They all say the process is going to be slow but steady.
Up here in Chopper 16, speed is not an issue, going way over 100 miles per hour. But down below, it's increasingly becoming a problem on the Delaware roads. And take a look there at Coastal Highway in Rehoboth Beach.
Kind of looks like I'm in the wilderness right now, but I'm really not. I'm in a residential area in Georgetown, and now a lot of the neighbors are just waiting to get it all cleaned up. Helping police fight crime in Kent County. Yep, there's an app for that. Dover Police now have a new online tool to help get crooks off the street. Yeah, that's right. I'm here in Georgetown outside of Troop 4 of the Delaware State Police, and inside that building is where they're holding the driver in custody. It's truly amazing when you connect the dots between the past and the present. Steve and Karina, I'm here on the side of the road of Route 13 in Fruitland. Let me give you the takeaway. It is cold and it is wet. That's right, and for as long as he can remember, he's always wanted to be a police officer. From the badge and the jacket to, of course, the camaraderie, he always wanted it, and now he has it. And with a little help from the Georgetown Police Department, he shows that nothing, not even a terminal illness, can stop him from reaching his goal. Take that on. 7-year-old Grayson Hitchens puts on a brand new police jacket. And this is no ordinary jacket, but after all, this is not your ordinary kid. The new badge makes him private first class in the police department.
It's pretty cool to be part of the team.
And this team is getting one strong officer. Grayson has an inoperable brain tumor and has been battling the illness for more than 2 years.
We go to the hospital like every 6 months or so. We go there a lot.
But these hospital trips have not stopped his spirit. He's always wanted to be a police officer, and now his dream is coming true.
He's in a fight for his life, and to see a child fight that hard, it makes our life seem pretty simple.
Grayson's mom says her son gives her hope.
Grayson's amazing. He's a trooper. These kids go through more than any kid should. He's been through tests and pokes and prods and surgery. And it's just, he inspires me. He inspires most everybody that knows him.
At the ceremony, the mayor also declared today Grayson Hitchens Day in the town of Georgetown. But for Grayson, it's less about himself and more about the badge. Yeah, we're going to take it off.
No.
A brave young man and the newest face to the department he loves. Now, the Georgetown officers really call him a true inspiration, as do I. And, you know, with that promotion, he actually outranks many of the officers in that room, but they say that their superior deserves all the respect in the world. Reporting live from the newsroom, Evan Koslof, WBOC News, back to you. Steve and Karina, the Lord Baltimore Elementary School is a blue ribbon school and is often considered one of the best elementary schools in the entire county. And parents say that they've always felt confident sending their kids to this school, and they say they still do. However, now they want to find some answers. Last night around 6, Leah Fetter was in her home with her husband and 2 children when the phone rang. And this is what her husband heard.
Good evening. This is Superintendent Susan Bunting with an important message for Lord Baltimore Elementary School parents.
He continued to tell them their principal and vice principal would no longer be working at the school.
He came and got me immediately and said, I just got the weirdest phone call from school. And I said, what? And he said that immediately that the principal and vice principal would be replaced. And I was in shock. I was like, you've got to be kidding me. He's brand new.
She's referring to Principal John Tersline, who had been in that position for only this school year. The vice principal, Melissa Oates, had been at the school for years. Fetter says the lack of details are concerning.
as parents, should have the answers as to why this went down. Like, why? Just give us the answers. That's all we need to know, and then we can move on.
WBOC talked to Superintendent Susan Bunting, who said it's a personnel issue, and so it cannot be discussed publicly. However, she has assured to parents in a statement that, quote, these changes are not the result of any criminal activity or issues involving the safety and welfare of the children. And parent Melissa Humiston says that this is all that matters.
As long as it doesn't affect my daughter, I don't care.
The school district is now looking to replace the administrators in Sussex County. Now, we just got some brand new information from the superintendent. She just contacted me telling me that there is going to be a new acting principal and assistant principal. The new acting principal will be Gary Brittingham. The acting assistant principal will be Anne Marie Lagulo. Reporting live in Sussex County, Evan Koslof, WBOC News, Ocean View. Here at Harmon's Hill Road, many people woke up in this Millsboro neighborhood to find police cars on their road, and it was because a double homicide has rocked this community. And it all happened inside of this home right here. Now the Delaware State Police are looking for the answers of what, how, and why. You take a look at Kalila Hanser's Facebook, and it's clear that she's hurting. R.I.P. Cuz, she writes on a photo of her cousin, Cletus Nelson, who police say in the middle of the night was murdered, along with another Millsboro man, William Hopkins. And looking at the site makes another thing clear. Nelson will be missed, as the page is flooded with dozens of comments. Now, the Delaware State Police say that this all began when a concerned family member came to check on Nelson, who they hadn't heard for an extended period of time. When they got inside, they found the bodies. The family member then called the police shortly after 1 in the morning. And from then until around 10, the investigation was underway.
I kept hearing like a little thump on the door, and my dog started barking, and it's, what's that?
That's neighbor Jackie Golder. That thump was from a state trooper knocking on her door at 3 in the morning. They were asking her if she heard anything the night before. State police tell WBOC there were no signs of forced entry, but they have confirmed that the two men were in fact murdered. Golder says the victims had only been living in the home for a week before the crime.
I always keep my doors locked anyway. So, but it does make you a little nervous that this is happening so close. This is the first, I think, homicide we ever had on Harmon Hill Road.
I don't know what to expect next, I'll tell you that.
Frank Limmer has been living in Millsboro for decades. He says the location makes it that much more shocking.
It's happened, but I didn't expect it to happen over here.
Now, other than the sound of cars passing by, this neighborhood remains quiet as they try to regroup after this double homicide. Reporting in Sussex County, Evan Koslof, WBOC News in Millsboro.